Morning, everybody. Welcome to Lock Pod, Season 10, Episode 7. We are the Midwest's most dangerous podcast.
Yes, we are.
Lucky 7. That's why we have Johnny C here.
I like to be dangerous.
Johnny freaking Law in the studio.
Yes.
It's good to be back, gentlemen. Thank
The
you
worst
for
part
having
of
me.
Cantrell and Cantrell.
That's true.
That's
I'm
right.
fine with that, though.
I would be too.
Yeah.
He's got
Welcome.
Thank you. I've been listening and watching and waiting to get here. I have a lot to say, and I got a half an hour to say it. So
By the way,
Because as we all know about Cantrell and Cantrell, they're in court and at the jail every day.
yeah, I got
right.
a murder trial next week. So
All right. What's today? Just a regular court call?
it's pre-trial.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, today's episode is brought to you by Prestimer Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestimer Insurance Agency has been your trusted neighbor right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you. And it was great to see them last night.
It sure was great to see him last night. They were talking to me about insurance.
I know. I was talking to them about insurance, too.
Yep.
I was telling them how good I think we're doing, telling everybody about the backflow.
Backflow coverage.
Coverage, right?
God, that sounds like an
It's
exciting
so
conversation.
it's so boring.
It
but
was awesome, Jill.
let me remind everybody out there: if you live anywhere near a place that rains, get backflow coverage. You don't have it on your homeowners, and it costs like $100 a year.
Yeah, it was cheap.
Well, and we live on a river.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyone that's listening to this, John, where could people be listening to this? Germany. Maybe they don't have.
Yeah, it's like living
Do
next
they
to
have
the Rhine.
rivers there, Kevin?
Yeah, yes, the
yes,
Rhine.
the Rhine, the Danube,
Yeah. Danube. I couldn't remember Danube.
Good
See,
morning.
the Rhone.
Good morning, everybody, by the way. We come in hot. We just came in sprinting. We haven't even said good morning to John. We're already like in third base.
What's up,
Gone.
Vez Marquis?
Morning.
How are you?
Vez Marquis. I love that nickname.
I saw Vez Marquis last night at Tom's big fundraiser last night. It was a jam-packed shindig. It was amazing. Yeah.
It was nice.
Always a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
Always
Nice.
a good one.
It
And
was
I kind of liked having it back upstairs because we had it outside a couple years in a row, and it was
Yes.
nice to have it back up.
Like the luau theme was pretty fun. It just sets.
I didn't get the memo.
That's okay. You were dressed
It
appropriately.
shows you how
I thought.
involved I am in the planning of
The
this.
one day of the week you don't wear a Hawaiian
The one day of the
shirt.
week
Right?
you can wear a Hawaiian shirt.
And I didn't. But honestly, I have like a theory because that was my big event of the year, my big fundraiser, expensive ticket. And
Yes.
I have a thing where when I'm the person that's holding
The
the
host,
event,
yeah.
I don't think it's appropriate if I'm.
I was fine. I thought you would look great.
Yeah,
You
I
in
had a
suit
suit,
and
full
looking
suit.
good.
How often? I don't wear full suits very
Agreed.
often either. So,
But also, if you didn't get the memo, that makes sense because everybody gets invitations, and you see what it says. You don't
yeah,
get
I
an
didn't get an
invitation to your own
invitation.
shindig.
I didn't. Kevin was like, "Hey, you might want to wear a Hawaiian shirt."
No,
I'm
I just
like,
said your option.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, like."
I just wanted to let you know because
I
I
don't
didn't
think
want you
it's
showing
appropriate.
up in a suit
No,
and saying,
honestly.
I didn't know I could wear a Hawaiian
No,
shirt.
I didn't. I mean, but
Then it would have been my fault.
But honestly, no, I don't think it's appropriate for me.
Like
No, I
right
thought
now,
it was
Kevin?
fine.
What's that, Joe?
Like right now.
I don't
Like
have a
this
Hawaiian
exact
shirt.
conversation we're having.
Exactly.
that's right.
Exactly.
You know what
It
this
was all
ties
via
into?
text.
What's
What?
that?
Fetterman story we're going to talk about
Oh,
later.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dress code.
Speaking of dress
See?
codes.
Yeah.
Speaking of dress codes, yeah. So we got a good Fetterman story coming in the second half of the show.
But by the way, I just want to mention, like, you didn't have any problem with people being in Hawaiian shirts and dressed
No,
down and right.
I was
mean,
jealous.
Right.
I saw some badass Hawaiian
There were
shirts.
some really cool Hawaiian
Dude,
shirts.
I'm
there.
a Hawaiian shirt connoisseur. So like,
you are.
I was seeing some badass Hawaiian shirts, and I saw some that I have ones that look like it.
Cool.
But it was fun.
There was a lot of people.
Like, I like the lays. Like they had good quality products. Like I was going around
Yeah.
throwing lays over people's heads because they were like
And
connected
saying,
with
like,
straws.
I laid you.
Yeah.
I laid you.
No, I didn't
You
say
just
that.
got laid.
I just wanted like people are standing there like Vez Marquis was talking to some businessmen and just working the room, and I just threw a lay perfectly and it went right over.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah. So like it's
That's a
fun.
fun
'cause
What's
it
that game?
surprises
It's like
them. Yeah.
rings at the
Yes.
carnival.
Yeah.
You should do themed T-shirts at your fundraiser.
Oh.
What?
Like what? Yeah.
How about everybody wears a T-shirt with my face on it? That'd be
Oh,
fun.
Oh, no, how about
Don't tell people
how about you
twice.
get like these shirts that say
a
McDermott
cult.
fundraiser September 23.
It's a cult.
And then you have like the gym shirt. And there's a space, and you write down how much you donated.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so you can just write it. Like that's perfect. My friend has
$10.
Then I don't talk to them. Screw that peon.
be like
$10
talk fast because you got 10 more seconds, and I got to roll.
Or maybe if they're like a monthly donor, do they get to do
Yes,
total like
yes.
over the
Yeah.
last couple
Yeah.
years?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then you have like the name tags with all the like all the little ribbons on it, like been supporters and all the.
You know what I thought was like kind of over the top? Probably shouldn't have been done dress code wise.
Yeah.
What?
Phil was in just that coconut top. You know?
Nah.
I thought that was kind of weird.
You
Why?
mean the coconut bra?
Yes.
Yeah. So, like, he had 3. So, does that imply he has a third nipple? Because why would you have 3
Hold
coconuts
on.
over
Did I
there?
miss something, or is this made up? This is made
This is
up.
called the podcast.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just making.
Well, you know,
We're the
everybody
beacon of
knows
truth,
those.
Tom.
Remember, Tom?
Yeah.
Everybody-
If it's on Lockpot, it's true. We
Everybody
know
knows you dip out early. So,
was like,
right after
I
you
don't
left,
remember
shit
this,
got,
right?
shit got real.
I did dip out early again. I felt bad last night dipping out early. I didn't dip out early.
What are you talking about? That's like a tradition.
I agree, but like it's not appropriate for me to get out freaking wasted after my event either. Right?
No,
Go out to the
you-
bar.
No,
I just,
that's what
can
I'm
you
saying.
imagine?
You always go home.
I think it's appropriate.
I do, too.
I feel bad though because
I'm
there's
not
people that drove
criticizing.
in from Indy to see me. There's all these people that were there, and I bounced out at 8 o'clock.
They still got entertained.
Good. I'm
Yes.
sure you guys.
They
had
all
fun.
went out and had a good time. So
Yeah.
don't
I hope
worry.
so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Absolutely.
I know that Philip left with a sea of
was with him.
business-looking gentlemen. Oh, you actually went? I thought you were lying.
No, I was going.
No,
Where'd
nice.
you go? Frankie V's?
No,
No, we went to
John.
Johnny's Tab.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes, Mr.
Yeah.
Fun is here.
All right, yeah.
Oh no way! I've never
Yeah.
been there.
Johnny's Tab should be a sponsor.
I've never
There's
been
this
there.
woman like
neither.
harassing Joe Smith.
You never have?
No.
What do you mean?
Harassing like
Joe
Sexual
she was
harassing?
interested.
I don't know. It was
No.
just weird.
Joe has that magnetic.
She
charm.
kept calling him
Right,
Reverend.
Joe?
She kept
Who?
calling him Reverend
Joe Smith?
Jackson. I was like,
Don't know.
this is ridiculous.
That's some
That's
racist. Shit
racist.
right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
shit, dude.
Yeah,
That's
that
fucking
is.
racist.
Well, that's
bullshit.
why I told her to get the F away from us.
Okay, I thought you meant she was. I thought you meant she was
No.
hitting on him, man.
No, it was weird.
Kevin threw out some Steely Dan and started beating ass.
She
in
put like
Johnny's
a
Tab.
video on. I said, get that camera the fuck off and get out of here.
Wait, she had a camera out?
Yes.
Come
It was
on.
ridiculous.
That's why-
she was drunk. I mean,
That's
She
what you
actually
get for going
thought-
out to a bar in Munster.
There's
Yeah.
that happened. We also
There's
ran
nothing
into,
worse than
that
drunk
happened,
chicks.
and then we also ran into Miss Teen USA there.
Wow.
All in one.
What?
All in one place. Yes.
Wait.
it all occurred
Allegedly,
at a
like
bar?
that's what she told you.
Yes.
Why is she?
Hey,
in a
we're
bar?
all talking
Seems-
over the top of each other, everybody.
right.
So it's like
I'm excited. That
people are
John's
trying
here.
to like listen, and we're
There's
all
a lot of
talking.
Why
info.
was Miss Teen USA in a
That's
bar?
a question I don't know.
Yeah,
The
okay.
answer to.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
excise.
This is what
Excise
happens
is gonna
after
be all
Tom's
over this.
fundraiser. You
Yeah,
never know what's
sure.
going to happen.
What
Okay.
time did you get home?
9:30.
Oh,
I could have done that.
I thought this was like a 2 a.m. thing.
I could have done that. But I had a thing last night. I wasn't drinking, so like, why was I going to go out to a bar? I literally made it through the whole fundraiser without one drink.
I think you're right. It's very appropriate for you
I
to
just
go home.
I felt bad, man. I did. I was like, I got home and I was like, damn, man, I feel horrible, like bailing out. Like,
I feel like Kevin just doesn't want to hang out with you.
No, that's
no,
not true.
I think it would have been. I don't.
That happened every year
Maybe.
at that fundraiser. People go out, they go to Chicago, they go out,
Yeah.
and you go home,
Yeah.
and that's appropriate.
Agree.
By the
Some
way,
people
Agreed.
went to the Horseshoe. Some people were going
Yeah.
to Johnny's.
There's
Can you
always-
imagine, like, if I got pulled over,
No,
like, go to a bar
exactly.
and then some cop pulls me over on the way home? I mean, I have a big fundraiser. everybody's-
Exactly right.
And then it's like, the mayor gets busted on the way home from a bar. Like,
without a
that's
doubt.
like in my head.
Hey,
well, that's people think like, oh, of course he did. That's what everybody does at those fundraisers. They get all trashed.
I
and blah,
didn't
blah,
even
blah.
have one drink last night.
I'm with you.
I don't drink, and we live on the
That's
same
right,
block.
buddy.
I will drive you
That's
there
true.
and drop you off on the next.
We live on the
fundraiser.
same block, and
Yeah.
neither of us are drinking last
Yep.
night. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
Actually, that's true. I tried to give you a drink when you came in. You're like, I'm good. I'm not drinking tonight.
we got
Hey,
we'll
yeah,
coordinate.
thank you. I appreciate that. You're a sweetheart. Hey, we have 3 sports teams that are losers, basically. Well, 2.5.
Don't count
One
the
of them-
Cubs out just yet.
Are you serious? That's one of the loser teams I have marked down.
Those games against the Braves
Dude,
were
it's a bad
ridiculous.
week. It's a
Yes.
bad ending week. We're playing the Braves and the Brewers.
I mean, hey, you want to be in the
I agree.
playoffs? You
They're
better.
not-
You can't complain
we all
about your
agree
schedule.
the Cubs are dead, though.
Should we get tickets for that Milwaukee series? Could it be?
What do you mean, the wild card series?
Starting tonight? No. Oh,
You're
you mean
talking
the
about
wild
this
card or
year?
this series?
You know, I'm talking about going.
If
to
the
Milwaukee.
Cubs do make the playoffs,
They
they're
just
gonna
stay in
end up-
Milwaukee.
They
Keep
stay
their
in
bus
Milwaukee.
there.
They literally stay in Milwaukee for 6 days if
Yep.
they make it. So if they make the playoffs, I'll go.
I think there's. I honestly think there's a chance. Like I feel like
They
there's
have to. They
there's
have
a
to
weird
sweep,
energy
right?
in the air.
Because the Diamondbacks have a
Diamond-
tiebreaker.
Yeah, Diamondbacks.
I'm not worried about Diamondbacks. We got to beat the Marlins. I mean, that's the half game up and
But,
down.
I'm sorry. The Marlins have the tiebreaker.
But also
Yes.
the Reds aren't
so
too
we
far
can't
behind.
tie. If we tie them, we lose.
Correct.
Yeah.
I thought they used to have the tiebreaker game.
Right.
Not
I don't
anymore.
think they do it. I don't think they do for the wild card.
They used to.
Yeah. So anyway,
The good
I
old
guess
days.
so. The Cubs are.
No, they're still in it.
Well, they're in it, but
That's a Cubs
they
fan.
got to start winning.
That's
No,
a Cubs
no,
fan,
I know, but like Tom's already.
Honestly, like I sort of don't want them to make it because.
Whoa.
Like,
Because they're gonna get crushed in the
thank
next
you.
round.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we knew that all
Exactly.
along. Earlier in the season, you're like, we're gonna.
They've been playing good, and they played good, and then they started playing like shit again.
But this makes me feel like a Cubs fan. You know, like
They're a 500 team.
They lead us here, and then they break our
They're
hearts.
a five-
that's the Cubs.
This is way it's
They're a
supposed to be.
500 team. Let's be honest. They're literally a 500 team,
They're not
which
that
is
good.
great.
They're not that
Next
good,
year they'll
but-
be better.
Yes, they will.
Next year they'll
But
be
getting
better.
in the playoffs is the key because then you got a chance.
Yeah.
All right. I won't. Anyway, how about those Bears, Joe? Did you
No
watch
comment.
Woof.
I know, man.
so
You know,
bad.
I read a statistic. If they do not win before October 24th, it will be 1 year since they've won a game.
Oh my God.
Think about that.
They're winning.
That is so bad.
Yeah, we're like the 70s Buccaneers,
Right.
right?
With Jim McKay, whatever
Yeah.
the guy that
The dreamsicle.
was. Oh, God.
I feel like every other team in the NFL has a quarterback that can take you downfield and just move and try, cut like through the defense like a warm knife through butter. And Bears haven't had one since Jim
years.
McMahon.
The way I describe it is like if you've watched football for, I don't know, 30 years, whatever, we've watched it 40 years, you kind of have a feeling for when the quarterback should let go of the ball.
Yeah, he holds
and
it
I
way
find
too long.
myself saying like,
You're gonna get
throw
killed.
the ball.
Yeah.
Get rid of the ball.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it's just like it's too long.
Yeah.
It's
this
weird. but-
game's gonna be awful this weekend.
God.
But at least
Oh,
we're,
like
I think
Denver.
we're
Death
gonna win.
march.
It's fine. We need some confidence, Jill.
Wait, who?
You're not favored to win though.
Really?
Is that true?
I think you're the point's 3.5
Bears
or
are dogs
something.
against
Fucking
Denver.
Broncos got 70 put up against them.
They're
And
like,
we're dogs.
yeah.
against-
What's the over under?
Well, you know the problem
38?
is we can't score. So like they're like, yeah, but I don't think you could score, Justin Fields and the Bears.
The other thing I heard on the radio was they said that it's difficult for the Denver Broncos to get the defense to get the third down. Like they keep getting like first downs on 2 downs.
Nice.
That's how bad the defense is.
All right, this is a good game for us. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a chance.
I'm on the record right now with this Duke game this weekend for Notre Dame. For you bettors out there, I'm on the record. Be very cautious in this game.
5.5 Duke. What do you take? Duke with the points?
Yeah.
Isn't there a quarterback
You think it's gonna be that
this year?
close?
Yes.
You think it's a 3-point
What's that,
game?
Joe?
Isn't Duke's quarterback a stud this year?
Yeah. They're good. And then usually not good. They're sort of like Colorado, lower profile Colorado. Their whole team is like transfer portal team. And they're 4-0 and they're ranked 17.
Yeah.
Oh.
And like Notre Dame's played Duke probably 6 times in the last 10 years, and we wipe the floor with them every time we play them. And now this is a totally different team. So that's
this
why
is a be careful game.
And granted, Notre Dame just played Ohio State. They played an awesome game. I'm just nervous. Notre Dame is overlooking them, and they're going to Raleigh. So it's
I was
going
going
to
to take the Irish given the points, but
What
I
percentage?
think that could be a good bet, too.
but you know what though? Like you said, it could be a 3-point game. So.
What percentage of Irish fans want to beat the coach's ass?
I'm not one of them.
I'm
No?
not. Me neither.
I like them.
But I mean,
Our program's turned around.
but
We're
the last play of the game, having 10 people in the
Like
box.
John.
I heard
Like there were
last
so
3
many mess
plays of
ups.
the game or
The
something.
last
but-
2 minutes they messed up so
Yep.
many times to lose
Yep.
that game. Honestly, with the run plays, not the lack of the run plays, and we could have forced them to take timeouts. And if they took timeouts, then they would have that last penalty would have killed them. And so
It's just embarrassing a little bit.
we played good though. It was great. And the thing that really made me happy, honestly, is the atmosphere in Notre Dame Stadium was amazing.
And you're back.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's skip mailbag and go right to what the because
That's
I
a
know
good
John's
mailbag.
only got. Well, I mean, until after John leaves.
Okay.
Because we got only 13 minutes before he's got to hit the
Sure.
road.
Let's go ahead.
This is a great story, and I'm glad you're here for it, John.
Trump
Thank you.
tries to buy a gun. That's the name of this.
I just love the title.
Arguably, he did.
Okay.
Well,
So let's go through the
He
facts
tried
of this
to,
real
right?
quick, and then we're all gonna do our individual spins. And there's a lot of issues in this little stupid story.
Yes.
A lot of issues brought up by this little stupid story. Okay. So basically, Donald Trump's on a campaign stop in South Carolina on Monday, where he goes to a gun store and is admiring a Glock handgun. Now, Glock handguns are,
Dime a dozen.
yes.
right?
Yes.
I have a
Most
Glock.
popular.
Yes.
I don't have a lot of guns. I got a Glock. I mean,
do
everybody's
I.
got a Glock, right?
It's the most popular
Jill?
gun probably in the
I
world.
do not own a Glock.
Jill's like, I'm carrying a Glock right now.
I have 3 on me.
You want to see my Glock?
So anyway, I don't think Glocks are probably one of the more common guns, I imagine. I wish
Yes,
Steve was
without a
here.
doubt.
And so Trump's in the gun store and says, I want to buy one. But because he's under felony indictment, Trump would actually not be allowed to purchase or possess a firearm because he has, 91
91.
felonies against him? And if you're a
Who's
felon...
counting, though?
Shit, that's a lot.
What's 91, Joe? 91 misdemeanors is fucking troublesome shit. Can you imagine if I had 91 misdemeanors? I'd be nervous as hell right now, right?
Call Johnny Law.
Johnny Law would knock that shit out. I'd end up pleading to 25 of them.
He did. No, you wouldn't. 0. He did possess a gun because there's a picture of him in the store holding a Glock.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So that's a violation right there, right?
he broke the law right there. Steve
Hold it. You can't even hold it.
No, it's possession.
Like in a
Possession.
gun
You
store.
guys are
No,
so lame.
even if you
Well, like John's a lawyer. I don't know this.
you can't hand a gun to somebody if you're like passing it down to another guy at like a house party.
But what if you're just in a store we're looking at it?
No.
Okay,
on.
hold on.
No, you can look at them.
Let's take another fact. I'm going to keep on layering facts on because
Possession.
it gets more and more troublesome as we layer facts
okay.
on. Next one. Trump's campaign spokesman says Monday on social media that the former president bought a Glock, but then another Trump spokesperson clarified shortly after that the purchase did not happen. Why? Because if Trump bought a gun, he violated federal law.
I think that guy was trying to like say, "Oh, look how cool Trump is."
Yes.
I'm going to post this tweet.
Thank you.
And I'm going to say he bought one.
Because why? Because we want to lie to
What
our
a dumbass. 'Cause,
supporters.
yeah, we wanna
We're
lie-
support guns, so he bought it.
And so
then somebody's like, "What the hell are you
Dumbass.
doing? You admitted to a felony. Take that down." And they're like, "Ah, shit."
Did they take it down?
They took it down
That's
shortly
so
after.
And
funny.
he won't comment on the post. They took it down and deleted the X or the tweet, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And he won't answer any questions now. He's probably fired or chained up in somebody's basement. But
Yes, Mar-a-Lago.
why would you release a press release and say that he bought a gun?
Why?
Ridiculous.
Because he bought
Why?
a gun.
So
Because
ridiculous.
he bought a gun.
They're-
No, because he didn't.
Because their supporters are like, they're going to be like, "Oh, Trump bought a gun. I will vote for him forever now."
But did
because
you-
he admitted, it's like it's all
right.
politics. You know this, John.
But not even politics. It's all just like
It's just a lie.
But if you're
He bought a gun. No, he didn't.
if you're a true Trump supporter and you think he's like Joe Gunsmith, he's in the gun store and he's saying, "Glock, is this a good gun?"
that was so funny.
How
Yeah.
could he not?
Like he's like in a bubble.
He's a gun enthusiast.
These
and he-
sell
Okay,
well.
here, let me read the end of this. Okay.
It's embarrassing.
Did he
for
really
him.
say that?
Wow.
Yes.
It's bad.
Okay, wow, Trump said, looking at the Glock brand pistol in the since deleted video, and they sell well, he asked. Glock is an Australian brand that's popularized in the
Austrian, I think.
1980s.
Austrian.
Most commonly sold guns in the United States, widely used as sidearms by law enforcement. This is what Trump says. "Isn't Glock a great gun?" ? Trump later asked, furrowing his eyebrows and seemingly looking for an answer. "A very good gun," said somebody off camera.
This
Like he's in a bubble, dude.
Yeah. He
What's
doesn't.
that,
These
John?
sell well. Do
What's
these
Johnny's?
sell well?
What's Johnny's?
This totally reads like the Huffington Post. It's just such a dramatized, like.
This
what
dude
we're
doesn't
calling
even
it.
buy his own groceries. Like he's got people to do everything for him. Do you really think he's buying?
Yeah, why would he buy his own gun?
I don't think.
Yeah.
Well,
Or do you have to?
It's against federal law to buy a gun for somebody else.
Well, I know.
Okay.
that's
Yes.
true.
Right.
Straw man.
Gotcha.
So
I
think
meant like
about this.
security guards and stuff. I mean, he's got Secret Service. What does he need a gun for?
You go into the because you want to look cool and you want to look cool to
'Cause
your
you wanna-
camel wearing supporters.
Right.
You have to go into a gun store. You fill out a federal firearms form, and then there's a bunch of questions they ask you, like Hunter Biden had to say whether or not he's addicted to drugs. If you're a felon,
So
if you
hold
have
it.
any pending
Let's-
I
felonies.
see that's such a.
So hold it. So when you're filling out, and it says, doesn't say, because marijuana is listed in there.
Yep.
But it doesn't say, have you smoked marijuana? It says, are you addicted to marijuana?
Yeah.
No, it says. Yeah, it says. Wait, hold on. It says, "Are you an unlawful user of and addicted to?"
Okay.
And then da-da-da. Right.
And.
So it's like, to me, that is going to be so crazy to try to prove against Hunter Biden. Like, how? What do you mean? How do you even prove addicted
I wasn't
to?
addicted, right?
I did it, but I
It
didn't.
says
and
user
addicted,
and
addicted to.
Well, if it
That's
said
so-
or, I would have said
Which is
yes,
why that's
but it
never
said and.
charged. Which is why it's so insane that they
Interesting.
charge
I
him
think
for that.
and like if you think about how this would work, realistically speaking, in a courtroom, you're going to have a couple of days worth of trial if somebody, whether or not they're an addict, and
Right.
and whether or
Some
not they
expert.
possess, and they filled out this firearms form.
He's like, no, I just enjoyed it. I wasn't an addict, though.
But he wrote this autobiography, so he admits a bunch of stuff. So I'm assuming that when they read the
John?
autobiography, it's during that period
It
of
could have
time.
been. He's like, I just embellished.
It's
the
like
facts.
Trump saying, "I bought a gun."
Yeah, but I mean, would you really want to be sitting next to a lawyer saying that you embellish your autobiography and you're on trial?
Yeah,
for
whatever.
I mean, it's
But
better than what's
The
your
guy's trying to
defense?
keep his ass out of jail.
But let me tell you, like, how serious of a violation this is. Like, I had a client who he had a pending OWI, and it was a felony because he had a prior OWI conviction in the previous 7 years. So we got a plea. He pled guilty to a misdemeanor DUI, and the judge wanted to see his background check, and they set it over like 6 weeks for a sentencing. So in the meantime, he went and filled out a federal firearms form because he said he doesn't have a pending
Bad timing.
felony. He actually did have a pending
'Cause it
felony
hadn't
because the
been
case
accepted
wasn't
yet.
done. And he's right now serving 18 months on house arrest. And so like he had, like his case was done. Like he had some good mitigating factors that I could say to the judge, well, like this is what he thought, and they're like, okay, it's a technical violation. You shouldn't have done that, but you did. Trump has 91 pending felonies. So if he bought a gun that day, the store, this armory in South Carolina, they're on the hook for it. And if somebody just gave him a gun,
he didn't. We all agree. This is a campaign lie.
That's what I think it is.
John, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lie, right?
Yes.
Picture this. Picture this.
Jilla?
Everything's bullshit with him.
But the fact that John said on camera, he's just the fact that he's holding a gun in this photo op.
Technical violation.
Yes.
Wow.
He possessed it. So, but think about this. So Trump's there.
Wait.
In this gun store. He's asking about Glocks. The owner gives him a gun. Like, this is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like, did somebody there give him a gun? Can you completely discount that?
Can
No
that be-
way you can't. In South Carolina.
Like, here you go, Mr. President.
Yeah, here we wanted to present this.
We
Glock
made
to you.
this custom
Yes.
made.
Like in a case.
And then you get busted.
Yeah. And then
But wait, so are they supposed to run a background on everybody before they let them hold a gun? Like, is that how that works?
Yes.
How does that work?
You need to go to
Yeah.
Cabela's and check out the
Yeah.
process.
You can
Yeah.
get. You
Right
can.
here.
I'm trying to remember.
I don't care that much,
No, when I bought my gun from Cabela's, it took, I think, I filled it
7-day
out.
waiting period.
Yeah, I came back.
Before, no, I'm just saying before you can hold it.
No.
No.
No, they'll let you look at it.
But
It's
if you're
a store.
if you're under federal indictment, you're supposed to be smart enough
I'm
not to hold
I'm
it.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the store owner.
But what I'm saying is, so Trump puts himself in this position, going back to what John said, by just being in the store, he should know better. You're not, and I'm sure the federal judge told him you're not allowed to possess or purchase firearms, right?
For sure.
And part of the plea, right?
For sure. Well, just as part of your release, because he's released. He's
Right.
released
Right.
right now. Yeah.
Exactly.
So one of the underlying issues that kind of is flowing through all this is whether or not any gun restrictions are going to be legal after this Supreme Court case that, the illustrious Clarence Thomas wrote last year in that New York State case. And it's like they've even brought up this issue of, can a indicted felon be restricted from having a gun? And the whole standard now is, well, what existed between 1791 when the Bill of Rights was written and the Civil War? That's what you have to go back to. Is there a historical perspective for the regulation?
Well, arguably it is bullshit. If someone's under indictment, they can't possess a gun. What about the presumption of
was
innocence?
just
You're
gonna say,
presumed
right.
innocent to proven guilty.
But I think the issue, but the question, I don't think that's the reason they're saying you restricted for a gun. They're saying like, well, we don't want you to go out and shoot witnesses and do bad things.
Sure, but it's still not fair because of the presumption of innocence.
Well, that's there, right?
Yeah.
But the question is, can you restrict? Well, that's the same thing saying like, well, then why are people put in jail pending trial? I mean, bail,
Right.
But I mean, that exists, right? So why is that fair if you're presumed innocent?
Right, but
It's
I mean,
the same thing to protect the public.
Look what Illinois just
potentially.
did: no cash bail.
No cash bail, but you could still be detained
for sure if you have
if
other
you have a
pending
danger,
cases,
or if
yeah.
you're a danger to the public or whatever. So I think this is just another one of that's where it goes. I don't think it's with presumption of innocence, but
There's go ahead, Vess.
I was just thinking about how Kevin introduced Clarence Thomas. He said illustrious. Were you being sarcastic?
Yes, he was.
John, I'm a member of the Supreme Court bar. Of course, I was not.
Okay.
That's right.
So like right now, because of this Supreme Court case that the illustrious had just authored, there are different changes in the law now. Like in some states and some jurisdictions, there used to be a limit on who can purchase a gun. Some states have
Age restrictions,
and they said that's unlawful.
So this very part of the law, whether an indicted felon can carry a gun, a district court judge in Texas overturned it and said it's unconstitutional under that New York decision. It's on appeal right now,
Right.
And the Fifth Circuit asked the Solicitor General just recently for additional briefing on it. So it'll be interesting.
There's so many cases going on in America about trying to just open up gun rights to more people and more humans and less restrictions. It's a fantastic topic.
But what do you see as a practitioner where you're dealing with a lot of times, John, violent crime? Like, what do you, not as a defense lawyer necessarily, but as somebody who sees a lot of this, have you seen a change of there's more guns on the street, there's more?
Oh, it's the Wild West right now, but that's another story altogether. We can talk about that for an hour on Lockpod, how bad it is going to a gas station and everybody has a gun on their hip and somebody goes for it and then 3 people shoot. That's
what happened. That's what happened to the one on Gosselin for us.
Yeah,
they got into a fight, started driving down the street, and they were shooting each other on their way out of our city.
Everybody's got a gun.
Think about that.
But that should be. It was 2 a.m. on a Sunday night, by the way.
And that's why.
And that councilman voted against the restriction.
Like
Shortly
gas stations
thereafter.
should be closed at night. Nothing happens good at 2 in the morning at a gas station. But listen to this. So all the defense lawyers all over the country are trying to help their convicted felon clients who are possessing firearms through this decision. Like, you can't restrict these felons' rights because back in 1791, we didn't do it. So everybody's trying to figure out ways and litigating all these different ways to try to help the felons that are currently charged and currently in prison for felon in possession of a firearm. And so all this litigation is going on throughout the country in federal courts and state courts trying to help people, lawyers like me, and we're waiting to see
But PCRs
and also
or just even these charges, right? Fighting these charges.
So you're litigating
fighting current
Yeah.
charges,
So,
right.
so you're litigating this Supreme Court decision that Clarence Thomas authored and saying, you know what, it doesn't apply to felons, it doesn't apply to anybody.
It's
so
all
help
the Supreme
these
Court's going to
guys.
have to figure it out, right? Because I'm sure there's circuit conflicts right now.
We'll have
on
an
it.
answer in 5 years.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it 2.
All right. Why don't we move forward with mailbag? I appreciate that. That was a good story. Like
John,
I
you
said,
got to run.
Yep. Thanks, homies.
All right.
Brought up.
Bye, audience.
bro.
See you, buddy.
All right,
Bye,
man.
man. Good to see you, brother.
Off
See
the
you-
court.
see you
Look
this
at him go.
afternoon.
Look
Hey,
how
man,
fast he's out of here.
Make sure
with his
Chris-
legal pad.
Make sure Kristen's ready, man.
She is.
Yeah.
We practiced again last night.
Awesome. All right.
What is that about?
What is that about?
Employee
Make sure
Olympics.
Kristen's ready,
Oh,
John.
are you
Employee
playing?
and they
Olympics.
practiced last night.
Employee Olympics today.
But I should be.
Employee Olympics.
Look at him. He's really
Better,
going.
John. All right. We got a mailbag. It's a good one, too. John, ready?
Listen to
Mailbag.
that. That was that. Now that was like good and
impressive.
on command.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
For Kevin's birthday this year, could you like do back to back mailbags, and Kevin could just sit there and play it on his
Listen,
AirPods
I'll
at
just
night?
sit back and listen,
Ringtone.
John. Speaking of birthdays, I'd be remiss if I didn't wish my son Aiden a happy birthday today.
Whoa.
22.
Hey,
2-2. Double 2.
Today?
Double deuces.
nice.
Yes.
And
Happy
yesterday
birthday.
was
I'm sure
National
he's listening.
Sons Day.
Oh, I missed that. I did not do anything
I missed
for
National Sons Day
Day.
too.
You didn't make a
Oops.
post, Tom?
I'm sure
I
they're
did
fine.
not.
I was thinking I had a really good picture of me and the boys. I was going to put it up just to piss
Just to miss
Lindsay
Lindsay off. Oh, God. She would have
You
gone
can still
through
do
this
it. Do a belated
off.
post.
She would have melted down.
She'd be like this.
Yeah.
Shag off.
All right, mailbag. I'm inquiring about the new YMCA.
Wait, how did you
All
get
right.
this? I wanted to get the background on this. Just like it comes to your.
Oh no, I picked the best mail, the most. Like when I get mail all the time, and then I filter through the mail to look for the craziest shit so I can bring it on Lockpod.
I love it.
This one made the
This
made
made the
the cut. Yeah, I'm inquiring. I'm reading it exactly how it's written.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm inquiring about the new. I think it's going to YMCA.
Shut up.
Throw it
Are
away.
you serious?
No. It's a good one though. Our taxes are high enough. We don't need another YMCA. There is one that was just remodeled on Southeastern and 173rd. Not sure what you were thinking. I called beginning of summer to get a sidewalk fixed. Nothing happened, but yet we have another new big building. It would be nice if they could check our sewers and repave our street. Now we have another big building going up. My taxes are high enough. Please. Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's not even
Why
fair.
isn't that person in charge of the city?
It's not even fair, in my opinion, this lady gets to vote. I'll be honest with you.
Was that spelled Y-O-U-R?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It was. But it's like, this is what I'm talking about. This lady's voting against me. She probably hates me. And everything she's bringing up is total fucking hogwash. It's like, okay, I'm sure there are people out there that love me for for silly reasons too. But like, this is the frustrating thing when you're in office is like, a private company, a private not-for-profit, the YMCA, is building the biggest YMCA in America.
$50 million investment.
More.
60.
More
70.
Yes.
Wow.
The biggest YMCA in America going on Indianapolis Boulevard. And it's a blessing that it's being built in our city.
Think
has
about
nothing
that.
to do with her sewers, has nothing to do with her streets, has nothing to do with with this lady. And she's pissed at me because the YMCA is building a blessing
Instead of you
in our
fixing her
city.
sidewalk.
Right. This is,
Yeah. Well, that's just small-minded.
by the way, sidewalk. Okay, so we have 300 miles of streets in Hammond. We have twice that of sidewalks.
Sure.
600 miles of sidewalks.
both sides.
Right. It's like,
That's got to be a head scratcher for you.
it's funny. Sometimes I feel like I have an easy job. Like, I'll be honest. A few weeks ago, I was like, because my staff, they're all relatively new, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so, my staff really.
You mean in your office?
My office staff. I've had a real big change in my office, and now the most tenured person working in my office is Alex. Alex has been in my office,
18 months?
yeah, less than 2 years, and she's the most senior. And then I have Christy, who's been with me for over a year now.
Oh, wow.
And then I have Jessica, a part-timer, who's excellent also. All three of them are awesome. I love working with them, but they're all real new, like within a couple years. All of them. He's like, we're the most experienced by far. And then they sometimes sit around, Jill, and I'm like, hey, and they're like, this is a great job. Like, it's easy. And I'm like,
Wait till
wait till it's not.
Wait till it starts raining.
Wait till it's not.
Wait till it starts snowing.
Yeah, I think they understand now. They're like, oh, shit. This is a bad place to be when it's bad. It's a good place to be when it's boring, but it's a bad place. That's
when it's
why.
bad.
Yeah, when it's bad,
gets real
that's why.
bad.
It's like we get flooded, and the sanitary
No pun
district
intended.
helped us out a lot with a lot of the phone calls. We literally, every person that backed up, which is 500 plus, called our office, pissed off. Yeah.
What an insane mailbag.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like this woman, is it a woman?
Mm-hmm. I erased it, but it is.
Tracked down like how to send in a inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
Spelled it all wrong.
Yeah. All wrong.
And I was going to say the F word. Right. All wrong.
I knew that.
And then like made wild accusations that make no sense logically, and then hit send.
Yeah.
And now it's on Lockpod.
And didn't review it.
Right. And now it's on Lockpod.
For all eternity.
That's why people love us. That's why we're the most dangerous podcast in the Midwest.
You didn't talk about taxes either. This has nothing to do with taxes going up.
None.
No.
None.
No.
None.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
By the way,
Nothing to
thank
do
you to
with
our
nothing.
episode sponsor, Prestimer Insurance
Yes.
Company.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do some ads. We're going to knock them all off, and then we got really good stories coming back. We got a story about John Fetterman, and it's a good one. And then a story about somebody that went ape shit over barbecue sauce. It's a perfect Lockpod segment. So
I want to meet this. No, I don't want to meet him.
all right, Byway Brewing. Byway Brewing, a family-friendly microbrewery, welcomes you to their spacious taproom and outdoor patio. Enjoy award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven menu, and craft draft cocktails. Their unique brewing equipment and production facility provides a perfect backdrop for private events, whether it's a bridal shower, reunion, or corporate party. With their new food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site. Customer service is a top priority at Byway Brewing. Just off 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Discover more at bywaybrewing.beer.
All right, I got a great story here because this is just such good news for Lockpod and Steve, our business manager. I saw somebody last night who said, I rented the Byway Brewing food truck for my event because of the ad I heard on Lockpod.
No way.
Yes.
I hope they said that when they rented it.
They did. They
Good.
told Phil that
That's
Phil at Byway. They told him that.
That's
Wow.
good stuff.
So
Yes.
sponsor Lockpod. It works.
It works.
Yeah.
Sponsor
It worked
Lockpod.
It worked once that we know of.
No, that's not true. It works
Right.
for all our sponsors. But that was a great story when I heard it.
Rip Senator Feinstein. Did what? Someone
What?
just put that in chat.
Oh, no way. All right, let's do
All
some
right.
ads.
that up.
See what happens.
Ku Klux Law. Are you currently navigating complex legal challenges?
Yep.
Unsure of where to turn for guidance? Your search ends here with Ku Klux Law, your trusted partner for legal solutions in Indiana and in Illinois. Whether you're seeking expert representation for real estate transactions, need assistance in forming your business, or have experienced a personal injury at work or in a car crash, Ku Klux Law is here for you. No matter the nature of your legal issue, their team is ready to help. Call Ku Klux Law today at 219-671-6347 to schedule your free consultation. Hablamos Español.
Rogers Roofing. When you demand nothing but the best for your home and family, trust the industry leader, Rogers Roofing. For over 54 years, they've been transforming homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. Rogers Roofing commitment to quality shines through in their roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the most comprehensive warranties in the business. Visit their website at rogersroofing.com or call 219-933-9145 to schedule your free consultation. That's rogersroofing.com or 933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon sets the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for their iconic red and white label at your local grocery store. Indulge in the finest Mexican products crafted with local expertise and savor the taste of authenticity. Discover the flavors of Tortillas Nuevo Leon today.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón.
Powering Indiana, Lake County. IBEW Local 697 and NECA proudly introduced Powering Indiana, Lake County. With over a century of experience, they've been safely wiring the region. From powering corporations along the lakefront to lighting up homes across the region, Powering Indiana, Lake County is your trusted source for electrical professionals. Visit jact697.org. That's jacked697.org to join us as we continue to light the way for Northwest Indiana.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 30-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Baltonsberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time and within budget. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today. Misprint, your partner for creating impactful visual solutions. Great job on the luau signs yesterday, Rick.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. When you're facing legal challenges or injuries, they're here to guide you through the process. Their dedicated team, including John and Kristen Cantrell, is in the court and at the jail right now. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. Discover how they can make a difference in your case.
Calumet Brewing. Busch Light, the coldest and smoothest light lager, is calling you to embrace the great outdoors, the roar of NASCAR, and the joy of cracking a cold one. Celebrate life's moments with Busch Light, and then head over Cal Brew on Facebook or Instagram for the chance to win Busch Light Igloo Cooler. Sweeps are running through September. Visit Busch.com and their social media pages for exciting updates and events. Head for the mountain of Busch Light and enjoy beers and cheers responsibly. Thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate them.
Including our episode sponsor, Preston Insurance Company.
All right, Dianne Feinstein.
Just got a
We just got news.
She passed away.
She's been in the U.S. Senate for 30 years. When I was a kid growing up, she was the mayor of San Francisco.
I didn't know that.
I was in the Bay Area. And she was always, I've always known of her. I don't really know very much about her other than, her recent, but she's been around a long time. She was a trailblazer. I think might have been the first woman mayor. Could you look that up, John? Or somebody? Right. She was definitely the mayor of San Francisco, though.
I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure. I'm talking out my ass right now. I hope I'm right.
90 years old, 30 years in the Senate, pretty impressive career.
What was before that?
Well known. Yeah, of course.
She wasn't the governor. I know that because Jerry Brown was the governor.
First woman mayor, Susanna Medora Salter.
Okay.
Kansas.
She was a board of supervisors in San Francisco and 2 failed bids for mayor.
No. Okay. Did she take over when Harvey Milk was assassinated? Is that what it is? Or did she run after that? Okay, I thought she was the mayor.
She ran for mayor twice.
Board of supervisors is like the what we call the commissioners, I imagine, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe the council, I think. City council.
Okay. Yeah, it might be. You're right.
She was there when Harvey Milk was killed.
Okay.
She felt his hand for a pulse.
Whoa.
Yeah.
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 Kevin, if I'm ever assassinated, I want you to feel my neck for a pulse.
I hope I never have to do that. That would not be a good situation.
It's true, but
Yeah.
I want you to do it.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
And then lightly kiss me. What?
No, that
What's
would
the matter
not-
with that?
I don't
I'm
wanna
dead.
think
It's
about
no big
that.
deal.
Like put the finger over the eyelids, like pull
It's no
them
big.
down
You're dead.
slowly.
It's no big deal.
It is no big
Well,
deal.
like
Yeah, I don't want to be laying there with my eyes
necrophilia,
open.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
do
so
the eye thing for
You
sure.
know what? You are right. And some just reading. I'm catching up here. She did become mayor. She did become mayor because of the succession laws.
Yeah.
So she became mayor from the board of
I'm
supervisors.
not lying. I'm not talking about
No,
that.
it's interesting though.
Did you
She-
get that? I want you to do the eye thing.
No.
Okay. Just remember
The
that.
eye thing?
The eye thing on me. Yeah.
Oh no.
Where they like put the eyelids down
No.
slowly.
Like dramatically.
And then make a TikTok about it.
Yeah. While you're doing the eye thing, that will go viral.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Right. All right. Cool. Hey, U.S. Senate changed their dress code, and for one person.
Well, allegedly, right? That's what they're saying, but it's pretty obvious they probably did it for.
Okay, let's be realistic here. They changed their dress code because John Fetterman, the newly elected senator from Pennsylvania, Democrat, likes to wear hoodies and shorts and tennis shoes, and he still wants to be a U.S.
Who doesn't
senator.
though?
Oh, I like to when I'm in my living room.
Yes.
Or like I'll even think it's a big deal if I go to Myers and I got that stuff on, right? Because
Sure.
I'm like an everyday person. I am an everyday person, right? I wear that shit, and I feel self-conscious in Myers because I feel like people when they see the mayor, they feel like, why is this guy in a hoodie? He should be in.
Yeah, I mean, quick story, right? Like we ran into people at Dead Show that were from Hammond.
Yeah,
and
we did.
And we kind of all were just like, because we're all real casual,
all deaded out.
and we didn't really mention that the mayor was the mayor.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of like
They were literally from Hammond.
Yeah,
Like not currently,
right.
because they would know me if they were
Yep.
currently.
Yep.
Because my residents know me.
And you were really like, and everybody knew, like, we're not going to just like, the mayor's casual right now.
That's right. Right, John?
Yes.
We didn't bust me out that day.
Nope.
No.
No.
Right.
No.
because they were talking about Hammond. We all were just like, oh,
that's
interesting.
cool.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Hammond. Where is that place again?
That mayor's a dick.
Yeah, I heard. I heard. Tyrant.
No
Tyrant.
kidding.
Look at this. Look at this.
Like he's there with Manchin. Manchin's in a suit.
How
In-
tall is he?
Very.
Because
Very.
Manchin's tall,
Manchin's
too.
tall too. No, I think Fetterman's like 6'8".
Because they're, I know where they are.
6'9".
Kevin and I have been in there. That's the subway.
Yep.
That's the congressional subway. Below
Really?
The, yeah. Yeah. We drove on one of those. Were you with me that time?
I was not that time.
Oh,
No.
okay. Yeah, that's the congressional subway where everybody in this is wearing a suit except for one dude's wearing a jacket, no tie. And then there's John Fetterman, a U.S. senator with black tennis shoes on. You could see his freaking legs. He's got like long
Gym shorts
gym
on.
shorts and a hoodie. He looks like a freaking douchebag.
I mean, there's even the Senate. I think Congress. I think the staffers even have dress codes.
Dude, if my staffer showed up like that, I'd tell him to get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. You look like a bum.
This goes even what you said last night, even at your fundraiser.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even feel appropriate
In my
wearing
fundraiser.
a
And people
Hawaiian
had
shirt.
Hawaiian shit on.
Well, and it
Because
was a theme.
I'm the mayor.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think the mayor's a bum.
And this is U.S. Senator.
He's a freaking bum, dude.
So I
Like,
don't like
seriously.
At first, like when all this was going on, I thought it was
Medical?
health. Yeah,
Oh,
like he
yeah.
could not, his motor skills, he couldn't get into a suit, do the tie. And I was like, okay. Then I started reading. This has nothing to do. Like he's
That's
pretty
like
much made a
personal
full
preference.
recovery.
Dude, I'd rather wear my freaking pajamas to work, too.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
I can't
like,
believe
pajamas
this.
are super comfortable. I had to put on a suit yesterday, and I hated it. But you know what? That's I don't have to be the mayor. I voluntarily wanted to be the mayor. This guy ran for U.S. Senate. What he's doing is bringing people's opinion of the U.S. Senate down by dressing like a bum walking in there.
I don't think it's a good look. I don't think it's good for kids to see that. I think it's important to
disrespectful.
have respect for our institutions because I mean, at the end of the day, like, and I'm trying not to really rip Trump that hard, but like, I think Trump did a lot to cut down faith in institutions in the government. Now, whether that's a good thing or bad thing, I guess that's up for debate. To me, it's a bad thing because I think government functions when people have faith in their government. It functions well when they have faith in their government. But like he's just basically saying like, hey, I'm going to wear a hoodie and shorts to the Senate floor.
This isn't important.
It's bad.
Like you can't dress like that in court. Sorry, Joe.
In season 9, didn't we have a big discussion about, was it Arkansas that didn't want to allow women to go sleeveless?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's right.
Did you like
Florida,
that?
right?
Like that callback?
Look
I
at
love
you.
that. What the
Damn,
hell?
Jill,
Like,
you've
freaking
listened.
Lockpot Historian.
I was here for that one.
Yeah, I was here for that one. But she
That's
didn't
right,
know
that's
last
true.
show.
Yeah.
But I agree. This is just bad on all levels. And it's embarrassment that it's coming from our own party.
Schumer should not have done it.
It's a cave. Like, you look weak as hell, Schumer. What the hell does it matter with you?
Like, just say, hey,
Like,
John, you
screw
gotta.
Fetterman. You don't have to be a senator.
What was
Get
the
lost.
justification for trying to push that through?
What do you mean? Like, he didn't have to push it through. As the head of the Senate, he gets to make some of those rules up. It was never an official policy. I don't think. He just kind of said,
Right. They discovered there was no
no policy.
Right,
Right.
right.
It's just tradition.
But come on, look at this. Look at this.
where do you-
It's like Adam
they said-
Sandler on a basketball court or something.
It does look like
Or
Adam Sandler.
anywhere.
I mean,
That's
and
what he
don't
wears
get me wrong.
everywhere.
I like Fetterman. I do like him.
I do
but
not.
I just
What?
I can't stand this.
Kevin,
I think
What?
he's a
I like
fool.
Fetterman.
Like Fetterman?
He likes him because he's a Democrat, and I think
Yeah.
this
No,
guy's a
I mean,
fool.
I think I liked him when he was lieutenant governor. I met him when he was mayor. I don't have a problem with him, but I think this is a mistake by him and by the party
Yeah.
and Schumer.
Yeah.
And it's so just to be clear for everyone like listening and watching, this is because he wants to be seen as a working class hero kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
interesting.
This has nothing to do with his health.
No,
This
you
is
know
like-
what's interesting about
yeah.
that, John? So I'm not going to throw who told me this story under the table, under the bus. I'm not going to, but it's somebody that
Ooh.
everybody knows.
Juicy.
This is a famous politician told me this, okay? And this famous politician comes up, and we were talking about Fetterman. I was running for U.S. Senate, and the famous Hoosier politician said to me, that guy's a total disgrace. And this is before Fetterman was elected. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, he tries to sell this bullshit like he's like an everyday man. And he goes, you know, his parents left him like $50 million.
No.
What?
He's a
No.
trust fund baby. Look it up.
I have never heard that. Wow.
I'm telling you what I heard from this famous politician, and I don't know why this famous politician would tell me that unless they researched it. And then I have researched it since then, and I don't know what the total number is.
Wow.
But Fetterman's completely wealthy. Doesn't have to work a day in his life. So this is all a farce.
Yeah.
He's just freaking douche that wants everybody to think that he's every ordinary man, and in reality, he's like a trust fund kid.
Wow.
It's fucking bullshit. The whole thing is.
Yeah, I thought I thought I want to say his parents were like something in insurance or something.
Type it in.
But,
Could somebody look that up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
like, I'm sure. You know what? I got AI on this thing.
Oh wow.
I got AI. I downloaded AI.
Wait, aren't we going to get into this?
Yes.
Like,
Don't keep saying that.
Oh no! Don't say it, Tom.
Don't say what. No, it's not an AI girlfriend.
No.
Yeah.
We still doing that?
Who knows?
No, ask the guy sitting next to you.
There's an article coming up that talks about AI.
Or 5 things to. What is it called, John? 5.
Want to quickly spot idiots? Here are 5
foolproof red flags.
Stop saying AI. Net worth. Oh wow.
What?
So this is from.
But I mean, at the end of the day, do you want Fetterman or do you want Dr. Oz? I'm still on the Fetterman side on that. I mean, I do not want Dr. Oz in the Senate.
According to this website, this says according to Forbes,
$46 million. You were right on.
It's pretty damn close to $50 million.
Damn.
Pretty damn close to $50 million.
That's why you're our mayor.
I talk shit sometimes. I'll admit it, but in this case, I was on. Well, I mean, it was within 10%. I think we all agree 10%.
That's right on.
Standard thumb rule.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So just keep
This
that in
guy.
mind. Every time you see this guy dressed like a union man and dressed like a everyday man, he's full of shit.
Wow.
And it makes me sick. And I'm a Democrat, and I'm supposed to play the game, not talk about this stuff. But sorry, I just can't do it because I have respect for the U.S. Senate, and it's ridiculous that he's walking in there with flip flops on, basically.
Yeah, I just don't. It's like thumbing your nose at something that's important to the country, and I don't like that.
How about this? I have an old story. It was Barack Obama's inauguration. Pete Visclosky was in Congress. Him and I were on speaking terms then. Okay, I was invited to Washington D.C. along with Kevin, his wife Jana, and my wife Marissa. We all fly out there. I have a habit of underdressing. Okay, not dressing at that time, especially. I'm still young and naive a little bit, right?
Oh, wait.
So I'm like 38 years old. No offense to anybody 38, but sometimes you don't know when
All
you're
the
messing
rules
up,
or all the
right.
Yeah.
So I show up to the Capitol to get my tickets for the inauguration. I'm not going to the inauguration, but
Just
I'm
to
going
show
to
up
the
the
Capitol. Just have to show up to Visclosky's office. I have to get my tickets to the event that night. Go back to the hotel room and get in whatever we're wearing to the event, right? So I show up, and I might have been with you, Kevin. I'm sure I probably was.
Yeah,
it was
with
freezing cold, right? And we show up, and I have a hood, my normal hat. You know, I wear, what are they called? Just
Like
the beanie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, with the
Skull
ear
cap?
flaps, right? Kind of
No,
hat. No,
like
just your hat.
Just a hat.
Winter
Like a
hat.
skull
Winter
cap
hat.
kinda?
The
Yeah.
skull cap. Thanks, Jill.
Pull
I
down
have-
over your
I have a
ears.
skull cap on. I have like a leather jacket, if I remember correctly, and jeans and tennis shoes because we're walking around D.C., right? And when I got into the Capitol, I felt like such an asshole because they were like taking pictures. Oh, this is the mayor. The mayor showed up to get his tickets, and I'm like dressed like a total bum. And I was like, holy crap, how stupid am I? I remember thinking that like I'm in the U.S. Capitol, and I didn't
And that's
wear a
just getting the
suit,
tickets.
and I'm just there for 2 minutes to get my tickets. And this freaking guy shows up to work like this.
I don't
it's
like
a
it.
goddamn embarrassment, man. Chuck Schumer, grow a set, dude, and freaking fix that. It's ridiculous. If this guy doesn't want to wear a suit to work, then give it to somebody else. Fetterman, you freaking idiot. Ridiculous. He makes our party look like shit. It's stuff like this. It just makes the whole party look like crap.
So like golf courses have a tighter dress code
Yes.
than
Yeah.
Golf
good point.
courses, right? Ridiculous.
And it's like it's the. So from my point of view, the Dems always stick together. They rally around each other. The Republicans
really?
do not. There's always infighting.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
Listen to me right now.
This is what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, thank you.
So, but
why I'm
on the
America's
hill,
mayor.
all the
According to
Dems
your
are
phone.
sticking together on this. It's insane. I've seen the quotes from the Dems on the Hill, like, "What does this matter?" Blah blah blah. Thank God there's people like Tom and Kevin, reasonable, sensible Democrats.
America's mayor.
I thought this was funny though. I thought Fetterman's director of communications actually had a nice little retort. Even
What
though
did he say?
He said the amount of crying we're seeing from the GOP over the Senate dress code is reaching unprecedented levels of bedwetting. Truly a sight to behold to see all the Fox News snowflakes so triggered over a hoodie and shorts. That was kind of funny.
Fuck him.
Because
Snowflake calling us.
well, that's what I mean. I think it's just funny, right? Because like when Republicans cry, they're never snowflakes, but when Democrats cry, we're always snowflakes. So I thought that was a pretty good way to spin it, even though I don't agree with what Fetterman's doing.
All right, we got a barbecue sauce.
Oh,
Now,
this is great.
Kevin's going to take this story, but this is coming from a guy that takes his barbecue sauce seriously.
Then I have a good question for you about this because I had an issue with one thing in this story. I'm going to see if you can figure out what it was.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so Gary, Indiana, a couple weeks ago.
Was this the Times?
Post.
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 All right.
All right. So, Gentleman named Darius Robinson, age 35, was charged with battery by means of a deadly weapon and criminal confinement. He's in custody. Actually, I just checked his docket. He's still in. He did not get let out as of yesterday.
Wow.
In the court hearing. His bond's still $4,000. He decided that he was very upset when a female friend of his let him know that she did not have barbecue sauce for cheeseburgers. So,
Wait, say that again. Say that
Yeah,
sentence
man.
again.
maybe you're
that's some
catching the
ignorant-
point I have that I want to make here.
Okay.
Didn't have barbecue sauce for his cheeseburgers.
She did not.
She did not.
Okay.
He wanted it. She did not have it. That resulted in, she was making, his friend was 23, making cheeseburgers at 10 p.m. at her place for her friend, Mr. Robinson. He got mad. She didn't have the sauce. He said that I was against him, and I was always nagging him. And then she tried to leave the room. He grabbed, swung her around like a rag doll. He pulled a pocket knife, pushed her down the stairs, punched her multiple times in the face, tried to stab her in the back,
horrible,
but it hit her
man.
in the butt. And then she ran off, and he was arrested. And he
Holy
also
crap.
said, whoever comes in this place, y'all going to die too.
This dude is pissed off.
He likes his barbecue sauce.
Holy shit, man! I'm never inviting this guy to
So
dinner.
here's my thing. I am not a barbecue sauce on my cheeseburger guy.
It tastes good though.
But-
No, I mean I'm not gonna stab and beat somebody over it, but I do like barbecue sauce on a cheeseburger.
You do.
With some onion
wait,
rings?
wait,
Yeah.
as in like that's your go-to, or like that is
I would do that honestly. If
Over
it was like
ketchup.
Yeah. I would.
wow.
If it's a
All
good barbecue, like if it's hot barbecue from B-Dubs, hell yeah. It's like a spicy burger.
Well, if
So
you have a
good.
regular burger, what's your usual condiment?
No, normal. I'm an American dude. I do
Right.
ketchup, mustard, the whole
Okay.
thing, right? But sometimes I want to spice it up, you know?
So I think they call that a Western
Yes.
at Burger King.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
With
Sometimes I
bacon
spice it
too,
up.
right? Don't they put bacon?
Hell
They
yeah.
do it at Burger King, the Western.
Cheese, bacon, little spicy freaking barbecue. I'll tear that.
Maybe that's
yeah.
a lunch. Maybe that's a lunch
I'm
go
getting
to
hungry,
today. You're
actually.
getting the Western.
I like.
You're like,
I
you know
like
what?
It. No,
I'm
but
gonna go
like,
get a Western.
I do
today.
like it, and I do love my hot barbecue. I mean, I boycotted BW3s for over a year.
All right,
Oh
let
my
me ask
God,
you a question.
can you
Have-
get a burger named after you now?
I should. It's a national chain.
Have
That's the
you
problem.
gone back for your hot barbecue
Yeah.
since they've had it? You
Yeah.
have.
Oh yeah. I ordered.
You're in.
Yeah. Yeah, I love hot barbecue. So like I'm back, but they said it's temporary. What a bunch of
Right.
crap, dude. It's like
You better
the-
stock up.
I know. My thing has become the McRib, the BW3s.
I
It's
love
like
the McRib.
my favorite. I know, and like why? Like I don't get it. Like why they only do these things part time? Like why is hot barbecue so difficult to put out like year round?
But they, I think it's a
It's like
teaser.
ridiculous.
It's a teaser, like
It's
limited
bullshit.
time.
Okay, so like they write me off. Like screw
For
you,
8 months of the year.
I'm out. Right. So yeah, it makes me a little angry.
I like it when they bring
It
things
makes me
back,
angry.
though.
I sometimes want to get a little violent at
Hangry?
B-dubs, I admit. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? You got rid of my thing, right?
You were
They're
not
like,
happy
oh,
about that.
I know. So,
I'm
but
not
I
another
didn't
thing
stab. I didn't punch.
presentation that just was.
Something about
Screw
Tom,
you, Todd
right?
Young.
So Tom, the hotter the better the sauce for Tom. The hotter the better. But he is one of these guys where if he's out with somebody that's not into the hotter the better, he'll tone it down. We were at pre-show.
Oh, he doesn't like shame you.
No, he doesn't shame me.
No,
We were
I
at
know.
pre-show, and he's like, all right, we'll get just Buffalo Kevin for you.
Yeah.
And then the day that we went back for pre-show, and I said, I'm not really into wings today. He's like, all right, spice it up.
Yeah, they give me the hottest one.
And?
was
Did
good.
it?
It was good. Sometimes, honestly, Danny's is an awesome restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Okay. Sometimes when they make it super hot, it doesn't taste good. That was pretty good. Like,
Wait, so you mean like they're just going for the heat,
yeah,
not
right.
the flavor?
The flavor is gone. It's just like it almost tastes like Tabasco. Like they're obviously trying to make it so hot that they don't even care about the flavor sometimes. I'm not saying that about Daddy's Ease. Daddy's Ease is good, but the best I have is hot barbecue B-dubs. I keep going back
so
to
you
it.
get the flavor and
It's
the heat.
amazing taste, and it's super spicy.
So if
It's
you're
like it's so good, and like nope, part timer only. Sorry, we can't put this out 2 months a year.
if you're going like 0 to 10 on the heat scale, where would you like go with like what's Buffalo? Is that like
I don't
5?
know. Like I don't know. It's not. It's funny. I've never. Really
Where's
done-
hot barbecue?
Like at 8,
Wow.
9.
All right.
Yeah,
It's up
sometimes
there.
it gets you. Yeah.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
Can you recap the part before it got violent? Like
Sure.
she didn't have it. He accused her of never having stuff
Yeah.
he wants.
So the woman, 23,
You never have
told
my barbecue sauce,
told
right?
Gary Police that she was making cheeseburgers at 10 p.m. at her place for her friend Robinson. That's him.
10 p.m.
When he
Well,
I know,
10 p.m. dinner.
Damn it, lady! I told you to give me my barbecue
right.
sauce, right?
when he got mad that she didn't have the condiment, he and this is her talking. He said I was against him and that I was always nagging at him.
Because
She
this
told
sounds just like my
investigators.
parents, just not the violent part. Like, you never have stuff that I want.
You're always making cheeseburgers without barbecue sauce.
Damn it! Ketchup and mustard again?
Stop nagging me.
Dude.
You're always nagging me.
It just escalated so quickly.
into the ragdoll throwing
Dude.
down the stairs and the switchblade.
Doesn't anybody ever stop when they're throwing punches? Like, why are we fighting right now? Why am I throwing punches?
Exactly.
Oh,
Right?
barbecue sauce. That's right.
Instead,
Bam.
he went to the switchblade.
No, man.
Well, I think we had a good show.
I
Do you think
so
he
too.
regrets? He's sitting in jail right now
No.
regretting this?
I don't.
Oh.
Now that's a great question.
You
I'd love to
start-
interview the guy.
Oh my god.
Like
Is he
he's
like,
thinking
this
to
was
himself,
worth it?
God
By the
damn,
way.
this was
Wait,
over
is that where
barbecue
Johnny
sauce."
was going?
Probably,
No.
yeah. By the way.
I checked to see if he was representing him. He is not.
By the way, these guys were my clients before I became mayor.
Yeah, public defender.
That- I had these guys.
Wow.
I got the barbecue fighting guy. That was my job for a long time, right?
Talk about illustrious.
I mean, you got to have standards in your life, right? That
Yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah.
stick
When
to
you-
your guns for.
When you're a public defender, sometimes you'll have like, well, usually they're all broke because you can't be a public
Broke,
defender.
mentally-
for
a lot of
somebody-
mentally ill,
Oh my god,
too.
dude! You
Yeah.
have some, and then some dudes that don't shower very often. It's always like very interesting.
Why'd you leave that?
Because I became mayor. yeah.
but I mean,
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it. I learned a lot because honestly, I did lots of cases. You're not going to get more cases than as a prosecutor or a public defender. That's how you get exposed, right, Kev?
absolutely.
It's just a massive number, and when you see a massive number of cases, you see how they typically are handled. Like the sheriff's, reckless driving.
I mean-
I've seen a lot of those cases, and they're not typically handled like the one the sheriff has. Right? I brought that up the last
Without
show.
a doubt.
Right?
I mean, we
It's
talked
like,
about that.
they don't
It's
go to
a-
trial, but this one does. Why? Because it's it's Oscar, and we have a special prosecutor.
On and on.
Yeah.
All right, wrap us up.
Are we?
Locomotive.
Well, we're
Yeah,
wrapping up.
we're
Okay.
wrapping
We
up.
got to save that one for the
Next time.
Okay. But on the way out, this is a good one. It reminds me of Bears fans, and it reminds me of my arguments with not arguments. Patrick is real smart and sort of smarty alecky, and this reminds me a lot of a conversation that Patrick and I had back in the day. So we'll wrap up with something funny. Appreciate you all. Jill, it's great to see you in again. Thank you very much. Jay Vez, awesome job.
Hey, thanks.
See you on the court today, guys. Kevin Chandler, awesome.
I'll be there.
And coming to you, the Compass, and coming to you live from the local Lockpod. We miss you guys. We'll see you on Tuesday. Lockpod's out.
Were you watching the Raiders game today?
Does the Bears sit in the woods?
Actually, not all of them. Because how would they sit in the woods if they're in a zoo locked up in a cage?
Why do you have to be such a smart ass all the time? You know what I'm talking about.
You're being the smart ASS because you're asking me if a bear sits in the woods.
Why are you spelling out ASS and still cussing by saying shit? Obviously, we're watching football today. It's Sunday.